Mentioned earlier, Bridget Ngana is following up on the security situation in Laikipia. Bridget, we saw that the Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i declared a dusk to dawn curfew, but we also had leaders from that report by Leila Mohammed taking issue with that and saying the national government has a responsibility to keep them safe without necessarily imposing a curfew. What does the Rift Valley Commissioner have to say in that regard?
So, Olive, right now the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner is in this Manyata, and this was attacked during the weekend. And right now behind me, he's just getting a feel of what has been happening here. Houses have been torched, more than 40 houses for that matter, at the weekend. And people are moving out of their homes. This is something that even if the government is declaring states of curfew or operation zones and ensuring and telling people that they are on the ground, what is really happening is that there's a lot of tension still. People are moving out. On our way here, we did find herders, we did find other people just moving out with their livestock, with their household goods, just moving out of this area, and gives you a sense of the desperation or the lack of security there, or for that matter, despite those pronouncements by the government that they are in charge and on the ground. Last week on Friday, the regional commissioner was here, and he did hope that that would quell the tension, but at the weekend we did see more attacks and more people dying. At the moment, the death toll is about 5 people. Several people have been injured, nursing gunshot wounds at different hospitals within this area. And what we do want to understand with the presence of the regional commissioner here is what next. They've declared a dusk to dawn curfew. Him being here does not mean maybe that things are okay. Right now we are surrounded by security officials, and right now you can see he's walking towards us. Maybe we would try and walk towards him, but somebody's telling me let's just let him come towards us, and maybe we can try and ask him what really is the intention of being here. The area members of parliament from the National Assembly and Senate are also here accompanying him to this visit. It's really an interesting state of affairs right now, because the county commissioner is also here, and he's also, the area chief is also here. We did speak with some of the residents, and they expressed also their fears. They say they cannot sleep at night. They still hear gunshots run in the air during the night. And so we do hope to understand that with the RC being here, what next? What will people do? Will their security really be guaranteed? And maybe what would that mean for them? And let me just maybe move closer to him so that at least we could try and get to understand why he's here today. And we can just move. So we are going to maybe possibly speak with the regional commissioner right now. Thank you, Mr. Natembeya. We are live on NTV. Maybe just bring us to speed why you're here today. You are here at the weekend and now you're back. What really is the situation on the ground?
You know, we've had security challenges in this area for a long time. Olmaran is known for being very unstable in terms of security. And you know, when you have got that kind of protracted security challenge, when you start finding a solution to that, it's not just like instant tea or coffee. It's like people are expecting that because I was here on Friday, and therefore just and then diseases.
Yes.
We've got people who believe that they've come here to displace the residents and live here. And that idea has gone into their mind. So what we are doing is we are now to start finding a solution to this by first of all deploying adequate security personnel plus equipment, and properly briefing them on what they are supposed to do to ensure that the people who have initially moved to their homes like here and have moved to town, we map out all those settlement areas and ensure that we've got adequate security. Like what happened yesterday here,
yes,
the owners of this place already moved out, yes, and where they went, of course, sufficient security there. So when these guys were coming here, there was nobody here. There was nobody here, there was no livestock here. And that's why they destroyed the property. It's meant to benefit people to move out from their homes, come and occupy them by force.
Maybe is this an expression of maybe the ongoing operation in Laikipia, the Nature Conservancy? Is it a spillover of the unrest?
It's not even a spillover because we've taken a bit of time to arrange for this operation. And I think the thinking of these criminals, they believe that they have killed the government. But the actual operation had not actually started. They have been doing basically routine patrols and giving people time to move out. Because even as government, we don't want to come in and engage again in the same criminality that these guys are doing. That we come in and start killing people and killing animals. And that's why we've been sort of engaging with them using soft power. And to them, it's like the government is weak. And that's why we want to start proper security operation to ensure that now we restore the rule of law in this place using all means that are at the disposal of the government. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Maybe is there anything that the people here need to be assured of their security? They're still not satisfied. What can you tell them?
The people should, for now, they should trust what we are telling them. That the government has come in full force. That where they are, we're going to protect them. We are going to have enough men and women on the ground and enough equipment. And also go to the place where these guys are hiding, because normally they come from Laikipia nature conservancy, which is across here. They come, they commit the criminal atrocities, then they move back to the Laikipia nature conservancy. So as government, we want to clean up that Laikipia nature conservancy, totally clean up and take charge of that place. Actually, it becomes a no-go zone for both animals and the people, so this criminal do not find a hideout to be committing crimes and running back. Okay, the Dawn curfew and also the issue of the illegal guns. Where are you at that? Because you have an ongoing operation in another 4 counties within this zone still. We are going to enforce the dawn to dusk curfew. It's self-explanatory. No movement between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Only our security officers will be allowed to move around. So whatever we do, let's not have innocent people being caught up in the crossfire. And that's important for our citizens to understand that this is a security operation. Please make sure that you do all your things during the day, and by evening you're at home. We've made tremendous success when we began this operation, as you can see. Both Turkana East and Baringo is fairly quiet, and many of these criminals actually ran away from Baringo to come and hide here. So I'm personally satisfied with the work the security agencies have done, and we believe the next 10 or so days will be done and dusted in terms of security operation in this area.
And how long is the cleanup of the conservancy?
Dennis, Olive, that's the statement from the regional commissioner here. He is yet to do his public baraza with the people. He just came here to tour one of the areas that had been torched. He said that this home was already abandoned by the time the bandits came here and torched it. What is happening is that they are not only making people flee their homes, but they are also taking their livestock. And that's why even when we've seen people coming out of this place with their livestock, and just to give you a feel of what really is happening, that's somebody's house there. It's now on the ground, torched. It's just ash, and there's nothing really to show for here. We can't even say there's any sign of life apart from what we can see on the debris. Their personal belongings, those which they could not carry with them, have been torched, and these, according to the regional commissioner, are bandits at work. We also understand that the National Police reservists, who also had their guns taken from them at the beginning of the operation in the other side of the Laikipia Nature Conservancy, have had their guns returned to them. And these are parts of the efforts by the Ministry of Interior to kind of restore calm by recalling the National Police reservists back to work to help them with this Herculean task. One that seems to have maybe caught them by surprise, maybe because you can see that they have not been able to get the guns back from the people in the other side of this area, which is in Baringo and the Turkana East areas, where the operation to flash out bandits has been ongoing for, I think this will be the 6th month now, but we will be keeping you posted on what really is happening on the ground. Tension is still there, but security officials say they are in charge and in control.
Thank you, Bridget. So on Saturday, she told us about the operation to disarm the bandits. Today, she reports on the situation in Ol Moran. That is coming a day after the Interior Cabinet Secretary declared a curfew, that curfew running from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. as we were informed by the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner, who is in Ol Moran, and that Rift Valley Regional Commissioner being George Natembeya. NTV at 1 goes on.